If you just joined us, we're talking about motor insurance. Now, how do insurance companies decide on the value of your vehicle? What are some of the additional coverage that you should get for your car? Now, we asked Ringgit Plus, a motor insurance aggregator, for tips in picking the right motor insurance. Lucas Uy tells us there are typically 3 types of motor insurance policy covers.
I think some of the key things is what the motor insurance policy covers. Typically, there are 3. There is comprehensive, there is third party, and there's third party fire and theft. The one that is compulsory is third party, which means that instances where you cause damage to third parties, like you hitting another car, it will pay for that person's car damage. The other one, which is third party fire and theft, is where it's the same as the previous one, but also if your car is stolen or it catches fire, you also get covered for that. Comprehensive covers you for your own car's damage as well. Those are the 3 main policies. Make sure you know which one you're buying, because the coverage is different and the cost of the premiums are different as well.
The second thing you should consider when looking at policies is getting additional coverage for your car. For example, a popular one in Malaysia is coverage for instances of flooding, and also acts of nature such as falling trees or landslides. Lucas notes that you should read through the policy carefully, as some may offer you coverage for towing costs in the case that you may need it.
A rider is basically an additional add-on protection on top of your existing policy. So an example would be a very common one that most people would know about for motor insurance is windscreen cover. So what this means is if your car windscreen has damage, you can claim for the replacement of your windscreen, because typical motor insurance policy will not cover it. Other add-ons are things like flood damage to your car. So if your car is damaged from a flood, the insurance add-on protection will cover you for the damage to the cost of the repairs. Another important one might be your own driver personal accident add-on, because a very common mistake is that your motor insurance policy covers you for bodily harm. So if you're in an accident and you break your leg, you think that your motor insurance policy will cover it. It won't. So unless you buy personal accident coverage as well.
Additionally, consumers with bigger families or those with small children should also consider having additional protection.
There are add-ons such as liability to passengers as well. Do look out for that when you are buying your motor insurance policy. There will be options for you to cover passengers in your car as well. That's pretty much the most important thing to cover. There's also another one that covers you for damage that they do while they are in the car. So if they start in their car, they're damaging traffic lights, or they're going around and causing havoc at the back of the car. There is additional add-ons for that coverage as well.
Did you know consumers are also eligible for certain discounts on their insurance policies based on certain conditions?
No claims bonus is basically the insurer rewarding a policyholder of the motor insurance a benefit for not making a claim for the 1 year that the policy was in force. So let's say today is the 9th of January. I buy a policy today, and it costs, an example, 1,000 ringgit for my car. Next year, when I come to renew my insurance on the 9th of January, the following year, if I have not made a claim or had not gone into an accident to make a claim, the insurance will reward me with a discount to the value of, will offer me a discount, to the second year's policy, the consecutive policy that I renew with them. So rather than paying 900 ringgit, it might be 700 ringgit.
A good thing to note is that the no claims bonus is transferable in case you decide to switch insurance companies. Lucas also offers some tips for owners of second-hand vehicles.
Typically, second-hand cars of the same car would be cheaper than a new car. Very few cars have that opposite effect. So from an affordability point of view, it's probably better to buy a second-hand car because the cost of the car is lower, which means the premium for your insurance policy will also be lower. With inflation and with things going up in price in Malaysia, sometimes it's difficult to make payments on your insurance. It's actually illegal to drive on the road without motor insurance. So don't make the mistake of not having it insured. The most important thing though is to make sure when your existing motor insurance policy expires, so you know when to make that renewal.